I'm addressing those who still can't count to three. Greetings to you, my highly esteemed European neighbors. I am a citizen of that very pseudo-state which apparently, out of sheer misunderstanding or perhaps a lack of decent hobbies, is now waging a mad and criminal war on the territory of Ukraine. Yes, that's the very country that stubbornly refuses to become part of our Russian world. And this causes a bit of bewilderment among my fellow citizens. I have a few uncomfortable questions for you, pragmatists with calculators. You, or many of you, are actively sabotaging full-fledged assistance to Ukraine. You are afraid to break ties with my state, which is as gentle as a boa constrictor. You fret over every penny, afraid that the prices for fuel, gas, or some particularly exquisite cheese will skyrocket. Ah, that sacred gasoline. It is, of course, much more important than some human life, isn't it? Let's try an exercise in empathy. It does require at least the minimum of conscience, but let's try anyway. Imagine that your neighboring country, just as great and invincible in its own fantasies, suddenly decides that your land, your people, and your history belong to them. It invades and begins exterminating the inhabitants of your country. The occupiers, with their high culture and so-called liberating intentions, rape your children and wives. Well, because they're liberators, what else would you expect from them? They loot your home, taking even your washing machine, and torture your loved ones. All supposedly for the sake of control and order. Attention, here's a question. While you're sitting in the basement, your heart pounding, will you be waiting for help from those countries that could help you but keep dragging their feet because, oh, our heating bills are so high? How would you feel about those who couldn't care less about the death of your children because they don't want to spend an extra euro at the gas station? Is it really normal to put the comfort of your couch and a full tank above someone's life? Are you serious? Or do you think that the barbarity happening now in Ukraine has an expiration date and a limited geographic range? Honestly, that's the naivety of a child, only it's a very costly one. Help Ukraine, not for a thank you, but for your own sake. Help them now so you won't have to hide in basements later, worrying whether your children and loved ones will live to see the morning. This Russian world, which brings destruction with such love and zeal, will not bring you happiness. It will bring you nothing but blood and ashes. Even if gas and oil prices don't rise in your countries, you'll simply become wealthy slaves or more likely cheap and vulnerable victims. Ukraine is your essential energy shield, not just some distant and irrelevant war that truly doesn't concern you at all. Use your logic if your conscience is failing you. It's better to pay a little more for gas today than to pay with lives tomorrow.